everyone, welcome back to Shayla's Journey to Success. It's your girl Shayla P, and I'm here today in a wonderful new space, and I'm happy to share with you all as we get to flow and enjoy each other's presence, even though it may be virtual for now. I hope you all are doing well, and I really hope you all enjoy the flow that we have in store today. This is going to be about a 45-minute to an hour flow, but I'm going to speed it up and chop and screw some areas that I would like to remove so that you all can enjoy this at any time, but even within a short time frame. So maybe you have lunch or you're on your lunch break, or maybe you're just in between dropping off the kids or running errands. I wanted to bring something that's going to still give you time to dive deep into where you are and who you are, as well as be able to get a little bit of movement back into your life and your body. If you all are new to this channel, thank you so much for hitting that play button and checking your girl out. My name is Shayla. I go by Shayla P, and I'm honored to have you on Shayla's Journey to Success. I hope you enjoy what you have saw so far on my channel and what you want to see today. And please be sure to like this video, comment, and let me know your thoughts or what you'd like to see, as well as don't forget to subscribe. Join the royalty family as well as the team success, because we would love to have you here. There's more room for us to eat, baby. And if you are back returning, welcome back. I miss you all, and I hope you all are doing so well. I am obviously in a new space, and I'm so grateful to be here. More details about that later, but this is still not mine. But it's just another blessing that I get to enjoy and embark on in my journey to share with you all. So I welcome you all to Piece of the Melting Spot in Owasso, Oklahoma. A great spot. It's been around for many years, but new owners have taken over, and thankfully they've come across me and I've come across them, and we've been connected, and now we're here in this space. So today is all about taking time to turn into ourselves. This flow is going to be geared towards the 3 R's: reflection, revisit, and release. 3 R's is what I want us all to focus on here, and physically. So we're going to do some reflecting, taking time wherever that comes along your flow, as well as revisiting some areas that may have come up this past week, or anything that we need to evaluate within ourselves that we maybe forgot to circle back to. And at the end of it all, throughout it all, I just highly encourage you to release. Things that we learn and come across in our past are not for us always. It may be just for a day, maybe for a week, or even for a season. So I invite you to relax today with me as we unwind, get a little deeper in some stretches, and release, let go, and flow. I'm so excited to have you here. Hope you enjoy. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more videos from your girl, Shayla B. Let's get going. To begin, we're going to come all the way down to our back in what you know as Shavasana, or corpse pose. So yes, simply rest all the way down in prone position and breathe here. We're going to start low and connect ourselves with our breath and just breathe. Slow and steady inhales, and then even slower out as you exhale. Just continue to breathe. Just allowing yourself time to slow down the heart rate, the movement for now, and just allow ourselves to reconnect. Checking in with our bodies, noticing how we feel, and if we may need to adjust, we adjust and move forward. Wherever you are, just find yourself relaxing in a quiet, comfortable, safe space, or you can just be yourself, breathing, releasing. 2 more calming breaths. On your last exhale, begin to draw your left foot flat onto the mat. And adjusting, leaving that right leg out in front of us. We're going to inhale, lift that left knee up to the ceiling and towards our chest. Remembering throughout this session, time together, we breathe. Inhaling. Exhale, release that one flat. And before we lower it down to meet the right, we're going to draw our left arm and palm out to our left side, half T, and reach that right palm to that left knee. Exhale, spine twist. You may pop and let out that exhale. Let that breath go. And just breathe here. You can allow your neck to turn to the right as well. And soften the shoulder of the right arm. And then the left. Allowing the elbows to sink to the mat. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, push that shoulder of the right arm into the ground and begin to rotate, unraveling out. Exhaling that left leg to meet the right. And when you're ready, we'll reverse them to the opposite side. Inhaling that right knee up to the ceiling, towards the chest, bring it in. Breathe here. You can point those toes to the wall, out in front of you, and keep those shoulders down. Some people ask me, where should I feel it? Lower half of the back and a little bit of this glute area, especially the sides, if you bring it in. And then you may even feel a little bit in the hips. Breathe it here. You can add ankle circles, whatever you need. And then when you're ready, relaxing those legs, hips, and knees. Inhale, exhale that right arm out. And rotate with that left palm onto the right knee to the left side this time. To spine twist. Good stretch to start or to cool down. Breathe here. Good. Last full breath. As you exhale, slowly ravel down. And before you release that right knee down and foot, draw the left one back up and give yourself a big hug. Breathe and rock side to side, lower back massage. Good. Last breath here, come neutral. And then exhale those feet down into the mat. We're going to bring our soles of our feet together into butterfly pose. If you feel some sensation or rise of the hip area, you can always utilize blocks or pillows or bolsters and lift up those thighs a little bit more for support, or even on the knees. Breathe here for a breath. Your head can turn on either side and just breathe. Twisting your neck to either side. 2 more breaths here. Engaging the hips. Inhale. Begin to exhale, closing the legs up with your hands if that feels better. And then we're going to shift all the way around onto our side and rotate, meet me on all fours, tabletop position. So if you're new to yoga, we'll go through every asana, which means pose together and guide ourselves through. Keeping our palms flat on the mat. Fan them out like a fan. Suction that mat for grip and support. That ground underneath us is our support. Those knees are going to be hip width apart, so they shouldn't be touching. Open them up, create space. Knees open, hip width apart, stacked right underneath those hips, and those wrists are stacked right underneath those shoulders. Breathe here. We're going to go in for cat and cows. So inhale, your head arches back, that belly draws down as if it's trying to touch the mat. We've been here before. Exhale it out. Inhaling. And just begin to flow. Exhaling when you find best to do so. And listen to your body. Maybe you need to hold a little longer here. And then release. We'll go for one last full breath. Inhale and hold as ever long as you need. Remember, this is your practice. Release whenever you want. And I'm simply here just to guide you and remind you. We meet back flat, tabletop position. I'm going to invite you to tuck your toes. And we're going to meet in our first downward facing dog. So if this is new to you, flow with me. If you've been here before, enjoy your flow. Fingertips still spread apart. We're going to inhale, those toes are tucked. Inhale, press those hands and palms into the mat, lift the knees. As you exhale, shift the hips and the weight back onto the heels. Breathing through this, bend one knee and then the other when you feel you can. We won't stay here too long, but feel that full body stretch. If you have it within your practice, walk the feet onto the opposite sides, outer sides of the mat, and then press that third eye, that forehead towards the thighs for a big breath. Exhale, begin to walk your hands and feet together up to the top of the mat. We're going to take a few sun salutations here. But before we begin, we just hang still, ragdolling, swaying side to side, giving some circles of the wrists or the shoulders, whatever your body's yearning for. As I adjust my mat back, just continue to breathe here. Free flowing and ragdolling. Maybe bend one knee and then the other. Notice the sensation on the back of the hamstrings, opening up and talking to you. And then come still flat. Wiggle those toes and press them flat onto the mat. Have yourself grounded and supported. When you're ready, inhale. Exhale, begin to just walk your hands up your legs. We'll meet standing up in mountain pose. Take your time and breathe here. Adjust your clothing, take a sip of water, whatever that looks like for you, and just breathe. Making sure I'm in the camera. Any lightheadedness, dizziness, take your time to take a big belly breath in. Release it out. One more, just like that. And let it go. So we're going to go for a few sunny salutations, which is honoring the sun, the thing that rises before we even think about waking up, and all the universe and world around us. Let's take time to say thank you, give thanks, give grace to nature, the world. When you're ready, you're going to inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, reaching. Exhaling, slight back bend, be gentle in the lower half. Exhale, back upright. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, hinging the hips down and back. Inhale, halfway lift. Your hands come to your shins or your knees or wherever feels good. You want to imagine a flat tabletop. And then you exhale those palms down onto the mat. Walk yourself and meet me in a plank. So we're going to slowly guide ourselves into it. We're going to go for forward total. Inhaling. If a plank's too much, always come down to the knees. Exhale, lower yourself, chaturanga it out. Keep the elbows close. Inhale. Exhale into your upward facing dog. Big breath here. As you exhale, tuck the toes, meet back in our downward facing dog. Remember, walk that dog around apart, bending one knee then the other, so keep a little bit of distraction away from any sensation that may arise along the body. Inhale. Exhale, walk the feet up towards the top of the mat. We'll repeat each time, getting a little bit smoother, getting a little bit more faster, and as well as more understanding is what I want for you. So remember, big breath, connecting the breath with the movements energetically. Inhale, come still. As you exhale, walk yourself up or just unravel back up to mountain pose or Tadasana. Breathe here. When you feel a little lightheaded or dizzy, that's okay. Just slow yourself down. Let that oxygen circulate. Big breath in. Exhale out. We begin. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale back slightly. Inhale up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the shins or knees, wherever it flows. Exhale, your hands to the mat, whether they're on tips or flat. And then you can walk or hop yourself into your plank. Find your alignment and then breathe here. One full breath if you can take the challenge. Tap your knees and come back up if you need to. As you exhale, lower down, elbows close. Chaturanga it out. Whatever variation looks like. Breathe here in upward facing dog. As you exhale, shift back and lower your chest down onto the mat. Taking a breath here as if we're going into cobra. You can rest your third eye all the way down. Keeping the palms next to the rib cage and chest. When you're ready, inhale. Press those fingertips wide onto the mat and lift back up into your upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck toes, downward dog. Walk your feet closer if that feels better. Not too much strain on the body. Find where it's a happy balance. Where you feel like, oh, that string just pulling me up and I'm levitating and I'm balanced. Breathe here. Exhale, walk. Meet me at the top of your mat. 2 more to go. Shake it loose. Inhale. And then walk yourself out of it. Coming back upright. Adjusting clothing, adjusting yourself, and checking in with yourself. Giving yourself grace on what you're doing right and what you may be, slipping up on. That's okay. It happens. This is just practice. When you're ready, find yourself mountain pose. Breathe here. Reconnect. Thoughts may come. Exhale, let them flow by. Sweep your arms up with us together. Exhale, half. Way back. Inhaling up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant those hands. Plank it out. However you get there, breathe for a breath. Tight core engage. Exhale, elbows close, and then chaturanga it out. Soul flow where you go. Downward dog. Breathe here. One full breath if you can take it. Breathe, let it go, and inhale, walking yourself as you exhale to the top of the mat for the last time together. I want to meet on the other end of the mat just so you can see it on opposite directions. And just breathe here. Shake it loose. Catch your breath, catch your bearing. If you're already there, keep flowing. But when you're ready, meet me in mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back bend. This time we're cactus to arms. Bend the elbows to the side as if it's pulling down to the floor. Exhale, back up. Inhale, forward fold, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to mat. Walk, hop, jump. Meet me in your plank. Nice parallel back. And then bring the elbows closer if they need to. Exhale, lower down. You can just slide out of it, or glide. Just don't pounce down. Exhale. Give ourselves a challenge. Downward facing dog. Inhale up. Exhale back. Play around with it. Roll any variation that feels good on your back. If it's just too much, of course, take a knee. Come out. Breathe. One more lower down. Chaturanga it out. Breathe through it. So what you want to focus on is bringing your chest closer to the mat and then untucking the toes. Riding into it. Right when you feel like you've had enough, exhale, find yourself meeting in child's pose. Again, bringing the big toes together, widen up the knees is how I like to think of it. Knees can come on either side of the mat, and then you want to inhale, lower down. Your chest, your forehead, your third eye comes down, greeting the mat, saying hello to the earth beneath us that takes care of us so often, and breathe here. Take this moment to just tap in with yourself. Notice if you need to close up the thighs or the knees, and then you can just rest on top of them. Good. Breathe in here. Remember to be careful on the knees. If you needed a mat underneath them, you're more than welcome to put a blanket, towel, whatever works for you. Protect those knees. 2 more full breaths here before we slow it back down. Big breath in. Come back and meet me on all fours. And shake and wag the tail side to side. Breathing here. We're going to take a few yoga warrior poses in kneeling position. When you're ready, come in still, find your foundation. Fingertips fan apart. Inhale, tighten the core, keeping your hips squared. Lift the right leg back. And exhale, point the toes up to the ceiling. Inhale, kick it back. And exhale, back up. One more just like that. Keeping those hips square, facing the ground. Exhale up. This time as you inhale, engage the core even more. Tighten, bring the knee up towards the elbows. Exhale it all the way back. And then inhale it. Plant that foot this time between the hands. Good. You'll meet in low lunge with that right foot out in front of you. When you feel good, you're going to walk those toes towards the top of the mat, and we're going to exhale, press our hips towards the top foot and top of the mat. Send your head up, your gaze and heart shown out. Taking a deep stretch along those hips, waking them up again before we get out of it all. Exhale back. Make it deep. Make it as big as a breath as you need, and then begin to walk your foot or pick it up and meet in a 90-degree angle. Low lunge on front and back. Cores engaged. Inhale, shift. Lift your top half up. Torso rises. Warrior one. Exhale, allow the arms and the shoulders to shift down. Big breath, reach. Exhale to your left to warrior two. Good. Noticing if your arms are a little bit lower in the back or the front, see if you can straighten them out. This is where you get balance, tighten the core. Inhale. Exhale, as if a string's pulling you from the right hand, tugging you forward. Shift your weight there. Exhale, lower that right palm to the mat. Send the left one up to the ceiling. Good. Open that twist. Breathe here. Exhale, lower that arm to the front of the room and then down to meet the right. Keeping that left palm flat and that right foot still on the mat, 90-degree angle. Lay that left arm down and the right one. Inhale, slide it up. Revolve your twist. Breathe. Side bend and the elbow is safe. One more breath. And then as you exhale, guide it down out front. Meet the mat. And then shift those hips back to meet the left. Shake it loose. If you need to, you can always take a child's pose or a puppy pose. And then come back into it, all fours. Breathe here. Remember, you can pause this video at any time. Take what you need and leave what you don't. As we breathe through this, readjust your foundation. That warrior stance even on all fours. Breathing here, prepare that core to be engaged. Inhale, lift that left leg back. Exhale it back up to the ceiling. Again, we repeat 2 more times. Inhaling, kick it straight. Exhale up. Engage your core and keep those hips straight, facing the mat in the ground. Adjust if you need to. Let that heart come up, that head comes up, and inhale, shift it out straight. Exhale, this time, knee between the elbows. Inhale, back straight. And then exhale, plant that foot between the hands. Good. Back where we started, just left side and front. Begin to shift those toes, wiggle them up to the top of the mat. And before you know it, you're going to feel it. Don't overdo it. Shift your gaze, your chest, everything out forward for the heart to be shown open. Open that heart chakra. Pressing those hips towards the top of the mat. Opening up those hips. If it's too much, you can always back out of it. And then when you just had enough, inhale, plant your hands down, walk yourself back, and adjust. So your foot is 90 degrees angle, front and back. Breathe here. Good. Inhaling. Bring both hands to the inside of the foot before you begin. And then, when you're ready, take a deep breath in. Exhale that right arm up to the ceiling. So that left arm is perfectly fine. If the shoulder or elbow is pressing against that left knee and thigh, keep it there. Use that support to protect and block yourself out and find a balance. One more breath. As you exhale, lower it down. Big breath in, revolve it. Planting that right foot, hand down, inhale your left one up. Bringing it down. This time we bring both hands on either foot. We're going to now go opposite direction, back into our warrior poses. Bring your fingers to your tips, engage that core, and begin to lift. Inhaling up, arms all the way straight to the ceiling. Warrior one. Good, breathe here. Exhaling. Inhale, reach. Exhale to your right this time. Oh, there we go, warrior two. Shoulders, inhale, shift them up. Exhale down. Now imagine that string pulling you this time from the left side. We would go back to where we were with the arms up. Exhale that palm down on the front. The right one straightens out up to the top. Find your balance. Breathe here. You can lower your chin towards the ground in your arms, and you can send it up. Opening up that space a little bit more. Exhaling, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale that right palm to meet the left. When you're ready, again, we'll shift, keeping the right palm flat. Left one comes up, revolving that twist. One more time. Inhale. Exhale it towards the top of the room and down. Release whenever you're ready. Big exhale. Now left leg comes back to meet the right. Shift your hips side to side. Open those hips up and take either a puppy or a child's pose. So if you've been in child's, you want to try puppy. That's keeping your tailbone up to the ceiling. Forearms come down, straighten it out in front of you. And everything else slowly unravels down to meet the mat. Breathe here. Your out legs can be open or the knees can be closed in your puppy pose. Good. Big breath in. Begin to unwrap. Taking all fours. And shifting our hips back into hero's pose. Just take a moment here before we wind down to check in with yourself. Adjust yourself, grab some water, and bring yourself into a hero's pose. If it's ever too much, you can always utilize a block or a pillow right underneath your tailbone or your extra cushion to support you right in between. And then lower down. So that you won't put too much pressure on those heels or those calves and put it to sleep. Breathe here. And just allow yourself to set an intention. Whether it be for the rest of your day, the week ahead, or maybe even weekend plans. Whatever it may be, just breathe here. Slowing your heart rate down if it's sped up. And just connecting with the breath again. Last big breath. As you exhale, go ahead and shift off that block, or if you didn't have one, down onto the mat. Rolling those legs out in front of you. We're gonna come off to the side and long ways on the mat, or you can go straight into Tadasana. And as we slow down, we just want to take a little bit more of those stretches to elongate the spine. Remember, today is about reflecting. So as we inhale, sweep it up. We're revisiting some things we have to release. The 3 R's. Exhale, slowly hinge down towards your thighs, hinging at the hips. Yes, you'll feel the sensation arises on the backside, but today we release it, knowing that it has nothing to do with us. It no longer serves us here. So take a moment to imagine what that could be. Maybe it's plans you wish you could set for other people, or choices you wish you could make for someone else. Last big breath here. As you exhale, walk your hands up and release whatever it may be. And we're gonna repeat that one more last time like that, giving you an opportunity to settle in here in this asana, this pose, but as well as deepen your stretch and acknowledge what it is that you may have been overlooking, trying to neglect, thinking about, or just haven't had time to settle down and release. So while we're in Tadasana, inhale, sweep your arms up. And then exhale, shift your hips back if you need to more. Hinge down, forward fold towards the thighs, the ankles, the feet, wherever you meet your body in this flow. Take a moment. Take as long as you ever need. Reflect on what it may be that you're wanting to let go, that you know you need to release, but just haven't had time or the capacity to do so. Give yourself grace. Inhaling. Exhale, deepen into your stretch wherever you feel in your practice you can. Don't overdo it. And then simply release. Letting go of all the worry, the concerns and doubts. The things that no longer have space here with you or me, we breathe it out. Big breath in. Walk yourself up and out of it. Shake it loose. You have some pops, get some ankle circles and neck movements. Whatever comes to your body and mind. Pedaling one knee and then the other. And then when you're ready, meet me back around in any variation of your liking. A Sukhasana or easy pose. And if it feels like you may have some sensations still lingering, you can always kick them straight or wide or meet me back right here. Take a moment here to breathe. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, shake them down. There's one more last opportunity to say thank you. Inhaling, I receive whatever it is out there for me. And exhale, I release anything that is not for me. And on your last inhale, keep those arms up overhead. And each fingertips connects as you exhale down to heart center. Thumbs can rest on the shoulder, onto the chest, and the shoulders can relax, softening the body one last time in a state of relaxation. Breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. I bow forward to you to say I see the light in you as I hope you see in me. Thank you so much for allowing me in your practice. Namaste and amen. I really hope you all enjoyed having some time on the mat with Shayla P. If you'd like to see more of these, a little bit longer, maybe a little bit shorter, or maybe focusing on any area or topic of your choice, please feel free to like this video and comment to let me know what those things are that you would like to see more of. And I'm going to do my very best to get on top of staying organized on a strict schedule to bring it to you. So thank you so much again. Welcome back if you're returning, and welcome to the family if you're new. I'm sending so much love and light and peace and energy your way. See you soon. Namaste. Bye.